Good evening, friends. Today I am not here to talk about policing or drugs or the Indian Police Service. I'm going to narrate a story. A wise man once told me a story, and the story is about a caterpillar. Let's call him Arjun. One fine morning, out of this egg came out a caterpillar, a very small being. It came out on a leaf. And as caterpillars do, it started eating the shell that it came out of. It ate the shell, became a bit bigger. Then it started eating the leaf. It became slightly more bigger. Time passed. The next day, the same thing. The caterpillar ate some more leaf. It became bigger. The next day, some more and bigger. After a few days, the caterpillar started thinking. Arjun was thinking, is this all to life? Just eating and becoming bigger? Is there nothing else? So, why not let's check up? So he got down from the branch, came down the tree, and started looking at the world. Oh, he could see other trees, he could see birds, he could see plants, he could see other caterpillars. But what does he see? He sees these caterpillars, hundreds and hundreds of caterpillars, going in one direction. Why are they going? Where are they going to? What is it all about? So he said, well, there has to be something because all caterpillars are going in that direction. So he started following the caterpillars. And what does he see? He sees a huge pillar of caterpillars, something like this. So he's wondering, what is it all about? There are hundreds and millions of caterpillars just climbing up. So he asks one caterpillar, where are you going? He said, to the top, obviously. He asked another one, and you? We are all trying to reach the top. And what is there at the top? Well, nobody said anything. They were all too busy trying to make their efforts to reach the top. And he tried to see, can I see the top? But it was too high for him to see. So he said, well, if everybody is climbing, there has to be something at the top. There is something that everybody is trying to achieve. So he also gets into this struggle to reach the top. And he's pushing somebody, he's pulling his weight, he's making all efforts so that he can reach the top. And this is the time when he discovers what his strengths are, what are his weaknesses, what are the opportunities that life is giving, who are the threats to him in this. So we have Arjun, our caterpillar, fighting against the world, trying to reach the top of this pillar of caterpillars. And as he's climbing, he finds another caterpillar climbing along with him. Let's call her Aditi. So Arjun and Aditi, both together, both equally dedicated, good, sincere caterpillars, are climbing to the top of this pillar of caterpillars. And they share their interests, they talk to each other, they become very good friends. But as they are climbing, Arjun is thinking, one day, one day a time will come when I'll have to step over my friend and reach the top. I'll have to step over Aditi to reach the top because that is how everybody is rising. Caterpillars are pushing each other, jostling with each other just to try to reach the top. He thinks, this is not right. How can I step over the shoulder of a friend to reach the top? Is it really worth it just to reach the top by harming a friend? by pushing a friend. He talks to Aditi about it. They both talk. They are both young, energetic, goal oriented. So it's a very hard decision. They are near the top, and somehow it doesn't feel right. You can't hurt a friend to reach the top. So what do? They take the bold decision and come down. This whole pillar of caterpillars, they escape and come down to the ground. And they come down, and it's a beautiful world. They've got companionship, there's a lot of food, it's a bright sun, they've got enough to eat, enough to talk about, and time passes. They eat, they grow bigger, they're in good company. It's a good time. Time passes, days pass. Arjun starts thinking, what was there at the top of that pillar of caterpillars? Shouldn't I go back? Shouldn't I become the best in what I do? Shouldn't I be at the top in my chosen field? He says, well, he talks to Aditi. Aditi says, see, Arjun, climbing to reach the top is not really worth it. But Arjun is not convinced. Back at the back of his mind, he still wants to be the best. One fine morning, he takes a decision. I'm going to climb. I'm going to reach the top of that pillar of caterpillars. He leaves, he tells Aditi and leaves. What does the poor Aditi do? Every day, she goes to see the pillar of caterpillars, trying to see if she can find Arjun. Where is he? Is he climbing well? Is he safe? She's wondering. But in that huge hundreds and thousands of caterpillars, she can't find him. She's sad and wondering. One evening, when she's coming back trying to track Arjun, she's coming back to her own place. She finds a caterpillar hanging upside down on a branch. Now she goes close to this caterpillar and asks him, Caterpillar, what are you doing? He says, I'm trying to be a butterfly. Well, she asks, how do you become a butterfly? The caterpillar tells, you must want to fly so much that you are willing to give up being a caterpillar. So he says, you must want to fly so much that you are willing to give up being a caterpillar. Aditi is not convinced. She asks him, but how? You are a caterpillar. How do you become a butterfly? He says, well, you have to look deep inside, form a cocoon around yourself, cut yourself from the rest of the world, give up your present existence, and then you'll become a butterfly. Now, Aditi is quite confused. Here is a caterpillar who seems to be very wise. He seems to be talking about being able to fly, being a beautiful butterfly. But how can I believe him? He himself is yet a caterpillar. He himself has not become a butterfly yet. She's thinking, but she has to take a decision. Arjun is busy climbing. I don't know too many other caterpillars. She decides to take the risk. She goes, hangs herself from a branch, starts looking deep inside, weaves the cocoon around herself, gives up her present existence to become a beautiful butterfly. And in the meantime, what is Arjun doing? Well, Arjun, like many of us, goal oriented, dedicated, I have to be the best, I have to reach the top. He's making all efforts, putting all his energies to reach the top. He's elbowing some people, climbing over some people, doing everything to reach the top. But as he's reaching the top, he sees that some caterpillars are pushing other caterpillars off. They're pushing caterpillars off just to reach the top. Now, that doesn't seem good. These caterpillars are going to fall to their death. How can you do that? Arjun is thinking. Just when he is thinking, he almost reaches the top. And what does he see there? Well, it's not one pillar of caterpillars, but there are hundreds of such pillars, each of their own field. So there are millions and millions of caterpillars trying to reach the top of their own pillar, trying to push other people, hurt other people, climb over other people, just to reach the top. And what does he see? He can't see anything. He's at the top, and this is it. He starts thinking, is this it? Is this the top? This is not the only top. There are many other such tops. As he's thinking, he sees a beautiful winged creature flying near where he is. He sees this butterfly. Does he recognize her? Is it Aditi? Really can't say. But he's made up his mind. Arjun starts climbing down. He's reached the top and he starts climbing down. And on the way down, he keeps on telling other caterpillars, I've been to the top, there is nothing there. And what do they say? Ah, how does this fellow know? Somebody else says, oh, sour grapes. He couldn't have reached the top, so he doesn't want us also to reach the top. That's why he's saying there is nothing there. But Arjun has made up his mind. Whomever he meets, he says, there is nothing at the top. He comes down, and after the tiring effort to reach the top and coming back, he's tired. He sleeps. Next morning when he wakes up, he finds this beautiful butterfly sitting next to him. Well, the butterfly doesn't say anything, nor does Arjun, but he knows what he has to do. He goes to a branch, hangs himself upside down, weaves the cocoon around himself, passes through the pain, his present existence is no more, and comes out a beautiful butterfly. My dear friends, there are pillars and pillars of caterpillars, and there are tops where there is nothing at the top. Let us not be caterpillars. Let us be this beautiful butterfly. Thank you.